It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and welcome to a wet bar conservatory today. But I'm here to liven my own spirits and hopefully yours with a keg of Mahou, I think it's pronounced. Now this is on the Philips Perfect Draft. It's a 5 litre keg. I've done a little bit of research. Sorry, my apologies. 6 litre keg, 4.8% ABV. I've done a bit of research on the internet, and from what I can tell, this isn't authentic Spanish lager. This has been brewed by Mahou in Spain. So what I'm going to first of all show you is the machine, the keg, how to fit it into the machine, and then we'll have a pint of it. So let's get started. Let's see if I can adjust this enough. I think that's going to be about perfect right there. I'm pretty sure we can see everything. Let me have a look. Oh, hang on. There we go. Right, so you take this piece off here. You got a hose. Really important, this hose, because it stops any kind of infection, because you're using a brand new hose every single time you want to use a keg. There's no reusing of hoses and getting yeast infections in the hoses. That's what's really key here to a really important and a really tasty pint on the Perfect Draft. So I'm just getting my... So here's my tap. You grab your hose. Now these hoses have got little kinks in them, which they never used to have, and it's quite difficult. So what you need to do is feed the hose. It's difficult with a kink in because it wants to kink. It really wants to kink, follow that kink if you like, and there we go. Right, that then clicks into there. You have your tap, and then you fix your tap onto the keg. There we go. So, oh, blimey. That made me jump. That really made me jump. Right, okay, now it's time to lift up the tripod. Have a little look. Yes, we're in shot. You grab your keg, slide it into the machine, 2 handles, get pushed down, shut your doors, and away you go. Now, very importantly for me, I always put my, there we go, I put my keg in the fridge for at least 24 hours before I want to use it. The cooling on these machines will probably handle a keg going from room temperature down to 3 degrees, which the Perfect Draft likes, or is set at. But I like to get my beer down to 3 or 4 degrees from the fridge, because you're not putting too much pressure on the cooling system on the Perfect Draft. So this now should drop from, it's already dropped from 14 degrees down to 11, down to 9, down to 8. So it's already going down to the required temperature. You've got how many beers are in your keg, so full, medium, and then low. Makes you sad when it's low. And then 30 days, that's the freshness on the keg. So you've got 30 days to drink the keg basically. So let's go ahead and pour a beer. So what you're going to want to do, what I like to do is pull some beer through that keg line and then stop. And the reason for doing that is because you're pulling beer from the keg all the way through that line we just fitted, and it's going to froth in the glass. You'll also, there's another thing here, you're wetting your glass. You're giving the beer a chance. You're giving the keg a chance to pour a decent pint without froth and foam in your glass. So let's pour a pint. I'll do it this way so you can see. So handle straight down. And there's your glass of nice cold Mahou. Good levels of carbonation, 3-finger white head, foamy white head. It's not like a really light looking lager. There's they've used a little bit of darker malt here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm very happy with the look of that beer. It's lovely and cold. Let's get the aroma. I'm gonna say it's probably not an all malt lager. I'm getting the aroma a little bit of kind of either maize or corn, which is okay. It's just I prefer all malt lager. It's quite hoppy, using traditional, presuming they're Spanish hops that replicate a Saaz hop or a typical German hop. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Whoa. It's interesting. It's typical. How can I say this without sounding like a beer snob? This is around the poolside, at the beach, Spanish beer. It's been brewed for that purpose. It's been brewed to refresh and to liven your spirits and to have a dance and on a Spanish dance floor. It's not really been brewed for the wet, rainy Welsh day that we have today. I'm in the wrong setting. I'm really in the wrong setting. I really need to be sitting on a beach in Spain to be thoroughly kind of in the groove with this beer, if you like. It's a little bit tinny, it's a little bit metallic. I'm slightly disappointed, if I'm honest. I thought it was going to be a better beer. There's a little bit of grain there, but it's either corn or maize, as well as the grain. And it's got that kind of slight cheap taste to it. I don't know. Comment in the comments box. This has got something rather British about it. Like if you told me this was a pint of Tennent's or something, then I would agree with you. If you told me it was brewed in Northampton or Burton-on-Trent, I wouldn't disagree with you. I did my research online. It looked like, for all the world, that this beer was brewed in Spain. But maybe it isn't. Maybe it's a British brew lager and I've got 6 litres of the stuff to get through now, which I'm a little bit daunted by. Good lacing on the glass, good levels of carbonation. Please don't take it as I'm being a bit of a beer snob here. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. I wish there was more German lagers on the Perfect Draft. I wish we had a big sway of German lager that was on the Perfect Draft, because that would make this beer machine absolutely perfect. Christmas time, I always buy myself a Franciscana Royal. I've already, where I bought this keg from. So the other thing as well, you can take these kegs to, you can find a shop that has the Perfect Draft kegs and you get £5 return. So the keg cost me £35. It was 40, it was 39 I think this keg was. I had it for about 34 because I took a keg back. But I've already put my order in for my Franciscana Royal for Christmas this year, and the shop owner was like, yeah, every year I'll get one in for you, because that is a perfect beer. For me, this beer machine shines with good quality German lager, good quality German Weiss beers, and there could be more Czech beer. That would be even better. But hey ho, it is what it is. I'm drinking Spanish, maybe UK brew Spanish lager on this at the moment, and this is what I'm kind of left with. I'm going to struggle to finish this keg, if I'm honest. I'm already thinking, how am I going to get through 6 litres of this stuff? This is probably one of the poorest kegs on a personal level for me. If you love Spanish lager, then you might completely disagree with me on this point. But I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. I'm going to give this quite a low 6 out of 10. It's not really for me, this one. And I got 6 litres to drink. Thanks for watching. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.